Hollywood is in mourning tonight following the death of beloved actor Matthew Perry. The 54-year-old was found unresponsive in a hot tub at his LA home, but the cause of his death isn't clear. Initial reports suggested he might have drowned. Paramedics were called to respond to a cardiac arrest. Perry was best known for playing Chandler Bing in Friends.
All right, when was 1990?
Okay, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
Oh, he was so funny. The show became one of the most popular sitcoms of all time. Off-screen, Perry had been open about his battle with addiction. Police say no drugs were found at the scene. Gee, this is just not fair. 54, that's too young. We know he'd been quite open about some of his addiction struggles. He'd written a book about it, pretty raw and unflinching book about it. And in it, he admitted that in 2019, he was pretty close to death due to his opioid addiction. He was given a 2% chance of survival.
It's such a crazy life that he led, but I think that this news really struck me today, and I know for all other Friends fans out there, it's going to sound really dumb, but it's almost as though a friend of mine has died.
Yeah, they became our friends.
They became our friends. It was a show about friendship and we felt such a part of that. And I will always remember... Chandler was my favourite character. I mean, just every single scene with him, pivot. I could say pivot. Look at Susie.
As soon as you think of Chandler Bing, you think of pivot. I mean, Ross as well, obviously, but... It is exactly as you said, because of the nature of the show, you just feel like you're close to these characters. And he was a real human being and he was a vulnerable human being. And I think that he did a lot of good in his life by being as vulnerable as he was. But it was a gut punch to hear about that today.
Yeah, it was. We'll be covering more about Matthew Perry later on in the show as well. But